Sozi. So glad to be here and to present to you this program starting today going on. We are going to talk about mental health, and the program is called Face of Mental Health. Think of that face near you. Think of what you are going through. Think of your neighbor. Think of anything that concerns the way you think or the way you behave. For a long time, we've been talking about mental health as a clinical concept. And we have so many symptoms that we could use to identify someone who is not mentally well. What are those signs? What has come your way? What have you thought about? Have you ever come across a day that you fail to comb your hair? Have you come across a day that you fail to sleep? Have you come across a day that you fail to eat the way you used to eat? Have you come across a day that you don't enjoy what you used to enjoy? Think about your mental health. When you look at Face of Mental Health, don't go extra miles and you're like, Face of Mental Health, Face of Mental Health. No, think about that child facing you. Think about you yourself. What is going on in your life? Think about your colleague at work. Think about your neighbor. And then identify, do these people need medical help? Do these people need medical support? If you happen to identify anyone having issues or who needs counseling about their mental health, kindly contact us on TV1. We are ready to help. The goal of this program is to remove that stigma of people failing to talk about what they are going through, what is really happening to them. Someone goes through something, but because they fear the public opinion, they are not able to talk about what they are going through. Please, with Face of Mental Health going on, feel that we are here to remove that stigma that makes you not to talk about what you're going through, that makes you fear and hold back what is really hurting. The next goal as to why we are going to be having Face of Mental Health starting forth, we want to share our stories for people who have been there and they're doing well. We have so many successful stories. We have so many good news. I mean, you might be there dying, failing to sleep, failing to eat because of what you're going through. But remember, someone has been there. We shall be having stories. Successful stories, of course. We shall cry, we shall laugh, but at the end of the day, the same goal is reaching our goal of handling our mental health. Still in Face of Mental Health, we shall have consultation from experts. We shall have counselors, we shall have psychologists. We are going to have a lot of people, well-wishers who would really want to see people doing well with their mental health. Kindly don't miss and make sure whatever you hear or whatever you see on TV1, put it in practice for the betterment of your mental health. We shall be having still in the Face of Mental Health, we shall look at the challenges we are going through. So many challenges people face when they disclose, when they happen to talk about what they are going through. Don't miss out on this program. Make sure you happen to appear and listen to the challenges people face in life and what they really face when they talk about what is really hurting them. We really want to close that hook of thinking, when I talk about this, they will laugh at me. When I talk about this, I'll not get someone else who loves me. For example, when it comes to relationships, when some people come out to speak out about what they are going through, they really get scared. They're like, now, if someone happens to see my story, will I ever be loved again? Will I ever be able to relate with anyone? That hook. We want to remove that hook of what, and the imaginations people have. Imagine, this guy will kill me, my husband will kill me, my wife will do this. If I happen to speak, what about the family? What will the family think? What will my relatives think? What will the other side of the family think? Kindly tune in every Thursday from 4 up to 5, we shall be talking about face of mental health. That face that is near you still, don't forget. We need to help people who think that what they are going through is abnormal, that what they are going through is not supposed to happen to them. They happen to push all the challenges to other people, and they really feel bad. At the end of the day, their mental health is really affected. If you're one of them, keep it right here on TV1. I believe at the end of every program, we are going to be able to be in the right place with our right problems and challenges. Despite the challenges, we need to be in the right sense of mind. We need to be in the right sense of healing. We need to have hope. We need to be honest to ourselves. We don't need to blame ourselves. Let's have hope through Face of Mental Health. This is Face of Mental Health. Let's start the conversation starting now. After this break, we are really going to find out what is mental health. When you hear about the word mental health, what comes in your mind? At your level of understanding, I want you to understand what mental health is, and make sure you have these questions. Is my mental health okay? Is my neighbor's mental health fine? Is my child's mental health okay? After this break, we shall be right back with the definition of face of mental health. Welcome back, and this is Face of Mental Health, TV1. What we had decided to define what mental health is. We are going to start by defining the word mental. When you talk about mental, what comes in your mind? It's the brain, it's the way we think, it's what comes in your mind, it's that driver or that mood that you have that makes you do things. We are going to define mental health in 3 different forms. We are going to start with how we think. That is cognitive. Cognitive, it means directly how you think. We are going to define mental health in a scenario. For example, you get married. Imagine a situation, a woman or a man gets married to a woman. They stay together, make a family, a very loving family, good life, work together, hustle together, smile together, laugh together, have children together. These children grow up. A woman gives up on each and everything. Actually, some women end up giving up on their careers because they want to keep these marriages, and they're like, now let me take on taking care of my husband and wife. I know you've been there. I know you know a friend who has been there. I know you have a neighbor who has been there. Let's face this together. Remember, face of mental health. Having a family, this woman happened to take a lot of time. That is 15 to 20 years. Suddenly, God forbid, something happens, and that is a man getting into another relationship, a woman ending up losing her family to that situation. Remember, mental health. We are talking about mental health. A woman gets disagreements with the husband. Of course, no family is expected. We are going to start with the cognitive. For the case of mental health, for you to understand mental health cognitively, what is running in your mind? What comes in your mind? Do you happen to blame yourself? Do you take yourself to be responsible? Do you happen to get so many questions? That is the trauma. Health care, you happen to feel sick, but then you're like, no, maybe I'm not sick. Anxiety, you think to the maximum that you cannot do anything the way you used to do. Think about the way you used to take care of yourself. Do you still take care of yourself? If you used to shower 4 times a day, are you still doing it the same way? We are talking about the way you think. Do you happen to think of killing yourself? I'm better off dead. That is the way you think. And that is how your mental health is. Do you happen to develop different bad thoughts of, I want to kill myself, I want to kill this man, I want to kill these children, I mean, I can't do this anymore, I can't take this anymore. That is the way you're thinking. If your mental health gets to that state, or if you happen to think about whatever you're going through, for example, this scenario of you facing that betrayal, facing that disagreement, could be with a neighbor, a sister, a brother, and you feel that those thoughts are coming in your mind, please seek medical attention. If you happen to talk to yourself and you no longer listen to yourself, I mean, Becky, now this has happened, you shouldn't think of killing somebody. You shouldn't blame you shouldn't blame yourself, because it starts with blaming me. I'm the problem. He had to do this because of me. Yes, I think because I didn't smile right the other time, so he had to get another woman. You see, that lady's beautiful. She's more beautiful than me. She looks better than me. She's well educated. That way of thinking, seek medical attention. Your mental health is not okay. Think of a scenario where a woman happens to face the same challenge, and then she's like, no, I have to get up. Okay, now I've lost this marriage. I have to get up. I need to work. I need to take care of these children. I need to stand by this man despite his weakness. I need to stand with this man. I need to work hard, more than I used to work. I need to sleep. I mean, at times we call ourselves, we're like, Becky, rest. And then you still have that obedience to your own voice. You can still allow yourself to talk to you. Then your mental health is good. But if you're the other person we talked about first, seek medical attention. I guess now, after that, we are getting to know the definition of mental health with the way we think. We said mental health, mental is the way we think. Then health, how do we think? Do we think right or wrongly? Next point is how we feel. That is our emotional well-being. Yeah. So many people find themselves useless. Their intelligence fails out. They can't speak anymore. Some people lose sight because they're emotionally down. They're emotionally down. This woman happens to find out, remember, this lady found out this man has another partner. They're moving, they're relating, he's having a family elsewhere, a betrayal, and then emotionally. How do you feel about yourself? At times we change, we can't even speak 10 words. When you happen to speak, you start crying. I'm not saying it's not normal to cry, but then when it gets to the excess level, your mental health needs help. Do you cry oftenly? Do you laugh when you're not supposed to laugh? Those are emotional ways of identifying that your mental health is not okay. Someone is crying, you're laughing. Someone is crying, you're laughing. Emotions. There are times when you happen to put your hand like this, all of a sudden it moves where it's not supposed to move. Some people have issues, they end up slapping themselves, scratching your head oftenly when nothing is itching. Someone scratches somewhere, you're not supposed to scratch, and then you're feeling something is itching, and when someone asks you, is something itching you? Like, no. What? Why are you asking? Emotions changed. When you see someone going through the same situation that is happening to you, you feel like killing for that person. Emotional well-being. We are defining mental health. If you happen to face such challenges, your body movements, it could be the way you react. It could be you're sitting, nothing is making you cry, but then tears start coming from your eyes. Seek medical attention. And then you're in pain, but you're laughing. Seek medical attention. These are all definitions. I want to put the word mental health on your table. For you to understand it, check it. Leave that example of someone who found out that she's in a betrayal and then finding a solution for their life. Put whatever you're going through. Could be loss of job, could be grief, could be loss of a loved one, could be isolation, could be loneliness, could be losing a loved one. If you are facing such things, seek medical attention. Kindly. Thirdly, as we define mental health, it goes to the way we behave, our behavior, the way we act. We've seen people in communities where they identify that person as the hardest person because of what they went through. This person was left in the house with the children. The husband married another wife, remember? She happens to go through all the stages of depression. Now, imagine getting close or being a neighbor to such a lady who has betrayed, who is hustling for her children, who is crying day and night, who has emotional issues of waking up, not sleeping well, talking. Imagine having such a neighbor. How would their behaviors be? How would that lady behave if she's your neighbor? This is a lady who will not allow your chicken to get into her compound. If they happen to cross boundaries, I mean chicken or chicks. I'm talking about a person who is going through this situation of having of being affected terribly mentally. This is a person who will not allow you to cross boundaries of trespassing. Maybe there's a shortcut in their compound, they will not allow you. This is a person or a lady who will not allow her kids to come and play with your kids. Vice versa. She will never allow your children to come closer to her kids because she really feels you're too good, you're too well off, you don't understand what she's going through, you do not know what is happening, you don't know the pain she's going through. She will end up beating up other children. She would end up fighting with neighbors, quarreling with neighbors. What do we say? Your mental health is not okay, and you are not to blame. It's not your fault that you're going through all that. If you happen to know somebody, one of the goals of this program, remember, is to remove that stigma, is to help people talk about what they are going through. If you could be knowing anyone who is going through and they need help, kindly reach out to TV1 management. Reach out. We are there to help and support these people emotionally in the way they behave and the way they think. Definitions of mental health. If you happen to see somebody, don't underestimate what they are going through. It could be small at your side, but then at my side it's heavy, you know. So we do not judge. When we talk about the way we behave, our communication matters so much in this. Remember, we are defining mental health. Communication. Do you really communicate well with your neighbors? Still, that is behavior. Pardon this person, but most of all, help them. Talk to them. Bring them closer. When we talk about so many scenarios, think about your mental health. What are you going through? What is running in your mind? Could it be you lost a loved one? Could it be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your child died and you're failing to move on? Are you going through all these issues that define mental health? Seek help. Did your life change? We always have life changes. Life changes. You had a job. And then it's done. Kindly think. Are you isolated? People don't think about you. People don't identify you. People don't notice you. People don't recognize you even appear. Now, look at this. Could be disagreements with your relatives, friends, neighbors. We have some signs that really show that we are not mentally okay. We may fail to sleep. At times we don't sleep. For example, you used to sleep 8 hours, you end up sleeping 2 hours. Seek help. Some people sleep a lot, and then some people fail to completely sleep. We have issues with the way we eat or the way we feed. Some people eat excessively, and then others stop to eat. That affects your mental health, and that's a sign that you're not mentally okay. Do you really enjoy what you used to enjoy? For example, you loved music. Do you still feel the same way when someone is singing, or you feel now it's noise? Kindly requesting, seek medical help. We have signs of forgetting. You happen to look for something when it's in front of you. For our aged mothers and fathers, you look for a knife when it's under your armpits. You look for a pen when you're looking at it like this, but then you cannot see it. Yeah? Your brain is always washed off. Seek medical help. Speaking alone. What happens when you happen to find someone speaking alone, and then you're like, is he putting on headsets? Is he talking to someone I'm not seeing? Just know you're not mentally okay. Before it gets late, seek medical help. There are so many signs that we can identify and know that our mental health is not okay. It starts with you. It starts with you. Whatever you are going through, the program Face of Mental Health is here for you. Please always keep it right here. Think, learn, and practice. Try to do what you've never done before. If you're having a challenge right now, try changing the environment. Try talking to somebody. Try catching some sleep. Force yourself to eat if you're not eating. Find someone you can rely on so that you can get better. Until next week, Face of Mental Health, we shall be talking more about the triggers, what really causes our mental health to go down, what really disturbs us. There's so many challenges that we are going to be addressing. Keep it right here on TV1, Face Off Mental Health. Have a good evening.